Jerusalem is an ancient city with a perimeter of hardly 20 miles, but it is the most wanted real estate in the world, with Islam, Christianity and Judaism claiming their sovereign right over the land. A real estate dispute that stretched for centuries in the name of holy war or crusades or jihad between Christianity and Islam. The father of Abrahamic religions, Abraham, was a resident of the present-day Israel. Almost all the prophets of Abrahamic faith, except Prophet Muhammad, were born in Israel. Judaism took its final shape under Moses in Israel, and the first Jewish temple was erected in Jerusalem by King David, which was destroyed by the Roman Empire, and the wall of that temple is still the holiest for the Jews. And just a few walks away from that wall lies the Al-Aqsa Mosque. That's famous for being the first holiest site in Islam, before Mecca and Medina took over the first two spots. Prior to the emergence of Mecca, the Muslim world over would pray with the face towards the Jerusalem, because Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heaven from the spot. Now the Christians hold Jerusalem dear because the Jesus was crucified there, and Jesus transformed into the Christ at that particular spot. With this much of significant happenings taking place in just within a mile makes Jerusalem the most hotly contested real estate region in the world. Arab Muslims owned Jerusalem. Zionist Israelis now runs it, and now Palestinian wants it back. The Jews, being the first among the three Abrahamic religions, inhabited the modern-day Israel around the 5 BC under the patronage of King David. But the mass Jewish exodus began with the Roman destroying the Jewish temple, and the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and the role played by the Jewish clergy and priests, and the famous incident of betrayal to the Christ by Judas marked a never-ending episode of Jewish persecution at the hands of the Christians, which finally ended with the Holocaust. The Jews, after being thrown out of Israel by the Christian Byzantine Empire of modern-day Turkey, moved to different parts of Europe, where they were ill-treated for most part of the history, except in India, Poland and Napoleonic France, where they found safe haven. But the Jews didn't have a place which they could call theirs. Every piece of real estate was either owned by the Christians or Muslims, and Jews had to consistently live at the mercy of the kings. But Jews were good in two things: business and adaptation. And these two things, with lots of insecurity, made the Jews richest among all religious denominations. Even now, most of the businesses and MNCs are either owned by the Jews or run by the Jews. The most famous Jewish family being the Rothschild family, who lived in Britain and had quite an influence among the British royalties. Filthy rich Jewish tycoons led by Rothschild family pushed the Britain for the demand of a Jewish homeland, exclusively for the Jews, exactly at the place from where they were evicted a millennium ago, in and around Jerusalem. Public declaration of claims to a Jewish homeland in Palestine, notably the 1897 First Zionist Congress and the 1917 Balfour Declaration, created early tensions in the region between the Arab Muslims living there and the new Jewish settlers. At that time, the region had a small minority Jewish population, although this was growing via significant Jewish immigration. Now, during the First World War, the Jews worldwide overwhelmingly supported the British, as the British promised the Jews that once they win the World War I and defeats the Islamic Ottoman Empire, which was ruling over the Turkey, Greece and other European and West Asian countries, including Jerusalem, they would establish a Jewish state exclusively for the Jews. Even Hitler used this Jewish support to Britain in First World War against Germany as an excuse to show fellow Germans that they could not count on the Jews as their friends, as they supported the German enemies. However, it is also true that there were close to 100,000 Jewish soldiers in German army. Later, after the defeat of Islamic Ottoman Empire at the hands of British in the First World War, the British took control of the Palestine and implemented the Mandate for Palestine, which included a binding obligation on the British government for the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. The British government was consistently pushed for such a ruling in favor of the Jews by the Jewish lobby groups, led by the Rothschild family and many prominent Jewish business tycoons of Britain. The tension between Arab Muslims and newly settled Jews grew into sectarian conflict between Jews and Arabs. Attempts to solve the early conflict culminated in 1947 National Partition Plan for Palestine by United Nations. But that partition plan fell flat due to the 1947 Israel-Palestine war, marking the start of the wider Arab-Israel conflict. The current Israel-Palestinian status quo began following the Israeli military occupation of the Palestinian territories in the 1967 during the flashy Six-Day War. Despite a long-term peace process, Israelis and Palestinians have failed to reach a final peace agreement, and progress was made towards a two-state solution with the 1993 Oslo Accords. But today Palestinians remain subject to Israeli military occupation in the Gaza Strip and in 165 islands across the West Bank. Many attempts have been made to broker a two-state solution involving the creation of an independent Palestinian state alongside the State of Israel after Israel's establishment in 1948. In 2007, the majority of both Israelis and Palestinians, according to a number of polls, preferred the two-state solution over any other solution as a means of resolving the conflict. The two parties currently engaged in direct negotiations are the Israeli government led by Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian Liberation Organization headed by Mahmoud Abbas. The official negotiations are mediated by the international contingent known as the Quartet on the Middle East, or the Quartet, represented by a special envoy that consists of the United States, Russia, European Union, and the United Nations. The Arab League is another important actor which has proposed an alternative peace plan. Egypt, a founding member of the Arab League, has historically been a key participant. Jordan, having relinquished its claim to the West Bank in 1988 and holding a special role in the Muslim Holy Shrine in Jerusalem, has also been a key participant. Since 2006, the Palestinian side has been fractured by conflict between two major factions, Fatah, a traditionally dominant party, and its later electoral challenger, Hamas, which also operates as a military organization. Years later, following Hamas's seizure of the Gaza Strip in June 2007, the territory officially recognized as the Palestinian Authority was split between Fatah in West Bank and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The division of governance between the parties had effectively resulted in the collapse of bipartisan governance of the Palestinian Authority. However, in 2014, a Palestinian unity government composed of both Fatah and Hamas was formed. Israel has had its settlement growth and policies in the Palestinian territories harshly criticized by the European Union, citing it as increasingly undermining the viability of the two-state solution and running in contrary to the Israeli stated commitment to resume negotiations. The Israeli government, including the Knesset, which is called the Israeli Parliament, and Supreme Court, is located in the new city of West Jerusalem and has been there since Israel's founding in 1948. After Israel captured the Jordanian-controlled East Jerusalem in Six-Day War, it assumed complete administrative control of the East Jerusalem as well. In 1980, Israel passed the Jerusalem Law declaring Jerusalem complete and united, which became the capital of Israel. Many countries, including India, do not recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, notable exceptions being Israel, the United States, and Russia. The majority of UN members, states, and most international organizations do not recognize Israel's claim to East Jerusalem, which occurred after the 1967 Six-Day War, nor its 1980 Jerusalem Law Proclamation. The International Court of Justice in 2004 advisory opinion on the legal consequences of the construction of a wall in the occupied Palestinian territory described East Jerusalem as occupied Palestinian territory. There are more than 7 lakh people living in Jerusalem. 4 lakh people were Jews, mostly living in West Jerusalem, and 2,30,000 were Muslims, mostly living in East Jerusalem. Their life is at stake. And this makes this Jewish Zionist project versus the Palestinian nationalist project and a real estate dispute a global catastrophe.